Realtors. Don't believe the misconceptions about working with VA home loan. Learn the truth in this video and discover how you can help a veteran buy a home of their dreams. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dianne 𝐷steffey. I am a mortgage loan expert, a passionate mortgage loan expert. I work with clients to educate them on the various financing options available to them. From time to time, I do get realtors who have absolutely no knowledge about the VA loans, and they come to me and ask me how to answer the inquiries that they're getting about a VA home loan. VA home loans is the easiest type of loan to get and to qualify for. There are hardly any boundaries there other than maybe credit scores. Although VA doesn't have a credit score requirement, it's usually an overlay that most lenders put on. And we, a guaranteed rate, look at 580 as a minimum credit score. But there are so many misconceptions about VA home loans. One is that they're difficult to qualify for. Not true. Two is that there's no assumptions. You can't assume a VA home loan. Not true. Or that you can only have one VA home loan at a time. Not true. Or you can only buy a home with a VA home loan one time in your lifetime. Not true. Or that you can't use VA on a home construction. Not true. Or you can't buy land with a VA home loan. You can't really buy land with a VA financing. However, you can go and refinance that construction loan into a VA home loan. And if you're in Texas, you can use the Texas Veterans Land Board to buy land. There are specific criteria for that, but you can do that. VA is the only type of loan where you're going to know whether the property will appraise before you get the report. You have the appraiser file what's called or invoke what's called the Tidewater Initiative, and they'll go and ask the realtor, or they'll ask the point of contact to get the information as far as, are there any comparable sales that can help me with the value? So VA home loans are great. It's a misunderstood product. Of course, we have to look at their credit. We have to make sure that we have a saleable loan. We're not going to just because the person qualifies with a certificate of eligibility, that particular person is able to, it does have the entitlement. That doesn't necessarily mean that they will get approved for a VA home loan. They still have to qualify by income, by credit, and also their certificate of eligibility, which is issued based on entitlement to that particular veteran or military personnel or to the survivor. We want to make sure that they still follow their criteria. With a VA home loan, almost all the time there is zero down payment. However, if an entitlement has already been used and used up to the point where we have to calculate what's called partial entitlement, meaning they have an existing VA home loan, and we have to calculate how much of a down payment that particular person will be required to put down to buy this home using VA financing. While VA does have typically a zero down payment, there are closing costs. That is the responsibility of the veteran or the military personnel or the survivor who is applying for the VA home loan. So typically what will happen is that if you have a realtor who's pretty aggressive, a great negotiator, that particular veteran could get their title policy, their survey, their closing costs paid for. So the veteran or that person applying for that VA home loan can go to closing without having to come to closing without any money. That's a possibility. A person applying for a VA home loan doesn't necessarily have to be married. However, that particular person would be required to put at least 12.5% down as a down payment. That is a VA requirement. An individual who could qualify for a VA home loan could be a veteran, that particular person who is no longer in the military. It could be the military personnel, those particular active duty personnel, or survivor, that particular person who's been married to an individual who has been in the military and has just retired or has some type of disability or died as a result of being in the military. VA home loans are only for primary residence. You cannot use it for a vacation home or a second home or investment property. So that's real critical. When you have a client that is a veteran, wants to buy a vacation home using VA financing, they'll not be able to do that. VA home loans are a great product, and this is the service that we give our veterans, our military personnel, our survivors. Give them this type of loan where they don't have to pay anything down is our way of giving back to them, and it's a passion of mine to be able to work with these types of individuals. I love working with my veterans. I love working with my military personnel and survivors. I love being able to get them the financing that they need because they've given us so much in giving up their lives to save us, actually to protect us and to give us the freedoms and to be able to fight for the freedoms that we so endearly love and cherish. Listing agents, when you look at listing properties, or realtors, when you list properties and don't put a VA as a preferred term, think more about the reasons why. VA home loan is not a difficult loan. It's not difficult to get approval on, and the appraisal should not be an issue if you've priced your home accordingly. Give the veteran a fair shake. Don't discount it just because it's not going to be an easy sell, or doing it as a conventional or an FHA is going to be an easier way of listing that property. Veterans deserve better. Contact me today to learn more about VA home loans and how you can help a veteran. Go to my bio below and book a call with me today.